You're watching the Quiksilver Pro, the first stop of the World Surf League Championship Tour. We're into heat number 10. Filipe Toledo takes to the lineup to challenge Frederico, Morais, and Tomas. Hermes. We've got two Brazilians.
You know, surfing is a strange sport. You know, even though you're the guy to beat, if you're not on the right waves, it's going to be hard to win.
Setting this first turn, Frederico Morais showing that power out of the gates. Nice vertical climb into a wrapping cutback. Now Morais into that downtime, already thinking about his next wave at Snapper Rocks. Two brilliant power hooks to get things started.
Yeah, that's the moves we're talking about that took him to success last year. Just so strong on his feet, Joe.
Even through this little inside corner, he's just looking like he's got the intent to finish off his ride. So still 4 maneuvers left, really on just that transition section to get over to the water patrol for the ride out the back. He sees the likes of De Souza early, Medina, John Florence, and the rest of the crew.
Absolutely. And I kind of wasn't surprised, really. I mean, you look at the way he surfs. There's a lot of waves in Portugal that have that same sort of line as J Bay. Maybe not as long, but you know, you look at Koshas, which is a very similar style of wave to Jeffreys Bay. So for Frederico to come to J Bay and do well was not really a surprise for me. What was a surprise that was Toledo, the way he approached the wave. I mean, we always knew Morais was going to do those big carving maneuvers, make very few mistakes, make his opponent really earn the win, and this is what he does. I mean, this wave here, he doesn't give up on it, he just makes sure he gets the score. It's only a 4.67, but a great way to start for Frederico Morais.
Moves in the pocket in the heaviest part of the wave, and that goes to aerials as well, as we catch up with Filipe Toledo. A hard man to keep up with. One of the fastest guys on tour. Already threw a big front side carve on the open face. Nice climb. Hand signal there to plan out his second wave already. Took a beautiful message from Jeremy Flores, as we all have so much to thank for Pierre Agnes, the CEO of Quiksilver that was lost at sea. And many tributes will continue through the Quiksilver Pros. We get caught up with Tomas Hermes, setting up that rail work onto the open face. Couple of incomplete waves for Tomas, making his official rookie debut. Looking at the Rio Pro as well, a place where he probably won in front of one of the biggest crowds ever in Rio de Janeiro. Toledo in motion coming off the wrap. Big turn on the open face, he slips off. Still keeping the door open with his low score, still just a 2.10.
Sometimes those fins grab and your foot sort of slides off the tail pad, but I'm sure Toledo will, he's got plenty of time remaining, 10.5 on the clock, so that's not going to go into his top two. Good move here as well by just getting himself back to the jet ski and get back out into that lineup. I mean, you know, Filipe's 22 years old. He's still a spring chicken compared to Mick.
Now watching Morais. Couple of carves, got risky there blowing the fins out. Just hugging the pocket now. Another wrapping cutback for Frederico, and he'll be plotting out his next wave. Remember, he had that wave early, the two-turn combo out the back for the 4.67. Final last season, came very close, and on the clock. Little opportunity here. Priority with Tomas Hermes. It's going to be Toledo getting started. Big swing on that front side hook. Great wall in front of him. Layback hack for Toledo. Nice flow over the top, but now we'll just fill it in with a wrapping cutback. 7.33 start. Feels like a long time ago for Toledo. His lead's never been questioned, and now he's got a solid backup score. Inside grower setting up for Toledo. This is not just a little setup for the ski. He could turn in a huge performance here. Climbs out front, sets that rail. Clean roundhouse. Nice arcing turn off the top there for Toledo. Filling it in well. Big rail blast off the top. Getting
Pushing back at him.
back to live. Tomas Hermes, the rookie on tour, answers back. Fading cut back, little snap off the lip for Tomas. Back into the pocket. The guy that took over the headlines at the U.S. Open is surfing in Huntington Beach. He'll have some fun. Joining the tour. Bit of a nose ride there as he ran out of water. Meanwhile, scores are in for Toledo at 8.23.
We were on one of the boats, and Gabriel Medina and a couple of the boys were on another boat, and instead of waiting for the boat to join up, he leapt about 15 feet across and jumped onto the other boat, and that blew me away. Just the ability, the spring in his step without a run-up, just whoof, he just took off like Superman. I went, wow, this kid's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Takes some rookies a couple of events to warm up. So Tomas Hermes, I mean, you break it down to conditions. It's not classic snapper. Toledo, just a little bit of a way to get to the beach. But, you know, if it was classic snapper, we'd see the rookies light up as well. But tricky conditions here today, and wave selection.
He's been training hard in the off-season. Looking forward to hearing what he has to say about that. But Wade Carmichael, strong first turn.
Wow, and that's what I think this kid will bring is obviously there's the flow that he carries, but he carries a lot of speed and power.